happening, everybody? Been talking about footprints today. I got an email that says, how do you play footprints? Footprints is a Miles Davis tune written by Wayne Shorter. Now the way I play it, see, I learned it from the real book, and the chord changes are a little bit wrong. But I like the wrong chord, so there you go. There's different changes, really. But it's a minor blues, really. It's C minor, F minor, C minor. And the real book changes are D7, I play D9, D flat, 9, and then C minor. This is the changes that I play over. It's a real simple song, but it's difficult because it's simple. You know, you only have basically 4 chords that you have to play over, so you have a lot of choices, which is what makes it difficult. Now, the standard way of playing it would be just to play Dorian scales over both the minor chords, so C Dorian over the C minor chord, which would be B flat major. Over the F chord, you play F Dorian, which would be E flat major. And then you have different choices for the 2 dominant chords. I generally play, like for the D7 chord, I would play D Lydian dominant, and then for the D flat 7 chord, I'd play D flat Lydian dominant. Now, if you line these up in one position, you know, what you get is this. It's for the C minor. This is the B flat major scale. And then for the F chord, if you want to play F Dorian, you're just going to play an E flat major scale, which would be what you want to use for the 2 minor chords. Let's have a listen to it. Now you have other choices as well. One thing you want to remember for minor chords, especially when you're trying to think Dorian, is you can play a minor pentatonic scale on the root, on the 2nd, and on the 5th. So for the C chord, the root would be C. Now you've been doing this forever already. There's nothing to be ashamed about, you know, doing this, because if you come from a blues background or a rock background like I do, this is great. So you can actually just play a C minor pentatonic scale over the whole thing, except for the 2 dominant chords. Now that's what this sounds like. Probably the next easiest pentatonic scale you can use is the one on the 5th of each of the chords. So for C minor, you can play up a 5th, C, D, E, F, G. So you can play a G minor pentatonic scale over the C chord. Now over the F chord, you go up a 5th for that one as well, F, G, A, B, C. Now you're back to the C minor pentatonic scale. So let's try that. I'm going to play G minor pentatonic scale over the C chord, and I'm going to play C minor pentatonic scale over the F chord. So check out what this sounds like. it's important to understand what you're doing, though. You can take my word for it and just play the pentatonic scale, but you should really know. The G minor pentatonic scale over the C chord, the G is the fifth of the chord, the B flat is the flat 7 of the C minor 7 chord, C is obviously the root, D is the ninth, F is going to be the 11th. So these are the notes that you get by doing this, and it works the same for the F chord. You get those same extensions when you play the C minor pentatonic scale over the F chord. The next one you can use is the minor pentatonic scale on the second degree of the chord. So that would be a D minor pentatonic scale over the C minor 7 chord. Now, it's a little harder to use because the notes are not really the standard notes. What you get is D, which is the ninth of the C chord, F, which is the 11th of the C chord, G is the fifth, which is really easy to use, A is the sixth, so it's a real Dorian sound, right? And then you get C, which would be the root of the C minor 7 chord. It's a little harder to use. You know, some of the notes are not so strong. They have a little bit more tension, so you got to be a little bit more weary of it, but you get a great sound if you get used to it. So this is what this sounds like. I'm going to play D minor pentatonic scale over the C minor chord, and then I'm going to play a G minor pentatonic scale over the F chord. Okay, so check that out. Up here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the 3 minor pentatonic scales, the one on the root, the second, and the fifth over both the C minor 7 and the F minor 7 chords. I'm not going to do anything on the D chords yet. I'm going to get to those later. So let's see, over the C minor 7 chord I'm going to be playing C, D, and G minor pentatonic scale, and over the F minor 7 chord I'm going to be playing F, G, and C minor pentatonic scale. So if you know all your patterns, you can really do a lot of interesting things. You can combine them in different ways. So I'll do my best here. Check it out. Another scale that you can use is the melodic minor scale. It has a major 7 in it. So in other words, if I'm playing C melodic minor over C minor 7, it has the major 7. But to me, it's a good passing tone. If you place it in the right place, it works pretty good. Once you get used to it, it's a great sound. So check that out. The scale looks like this. Right? So I'm going to be playing melodic minor scale over the chords. This takes a little bit of a practice, but it's a great sound. It's a little bit outside because of the major 7, but you know, if you like that kind of thing, you can try that. Now, next thing we're going to get to is the D7 and the D flat 7 chords. The best choice here is melodic minor. you're going to want to play D Lydian dominant over the D7 chord. That's a melodic minor scale. And then for the D flat 7 chord, again, you're going to play D flat Lydian dominant, which would be A flat melodic minor. And that's how basically the song works. Now the other thing that you want to try to remember is that when the C minor 7 chord goes to the F minor chord, you have like maybe a measure where you could play C altered. It gives the chord a little bit of tension, setting up the F minor chord. So in other words, for C minor, dorian, and then right before I go to the F minor chord, I might play C altered. And it sets up the F chord very nicely. So that's basically the way that you want to play that. Another trick that you can do that works nicely is that for the right before the C minor chord goes to F, you want to give it an altered type of sound. You can play E flat minor pentatonic scale. So I'm going to just play a little bit here and just check out the way that I set up the F minor chord with either the altered scale or maybe the E flat minor pentatonic scale, which is really just the altered scale.